Hi, I'm Steve, and it's time to start saving the world. Now, when you think of a wolf, you probably think of your classic gray wolf or timber wolf. But there are actually several species of wolves, and the most endangered of them all is the red wolf. Red wolves are smaller, more slender, and as the name suggests, more red than their larger gray wolf cousins, and they were once found throughout southeast United States, from Pennsylvania to Florida, across to Texas and Missouri. However, today they are only found in 5 counties in North Carolina. They were heavily hunted in the early 20th century to protect livestock and chickens, and deforestation further fragmented their habitat. And as the forests turned to cities, the coyotes that lived in the same area quickly adapted to city living, whereas the red wolves could not. This allowed the coyotes to outpopulate and outcompete the red wolves. Further hunting and more deforestation and the new threat of getting hit by cars only made matters worse for red wolves. And coyotes continue to be a problem for the red wolves because they compete for the same limited resources, they introduce new diseases to the red wolves, and they breed with red wolves, which messes up the gene pool and creates hybrid offspring that can't breed. People in North Carolina also very commonly accidentally shoot red wolves thinking they're coyotes, because you can shoot coyotes but you can't shoot red wolves. Coyotes are just a big thorn in the side of the red wolf conservation efforts. Man, this one's making me drink. This one's got a lot of bad news. Shout out to my aunt and uncle for getting me this travel-sized vodka for my 21st birthday! But back to the wolves. The last wild red wolves were captured from the wild in 1980, and this was just the beginning of a long and painful road of recovery programs. Those poor red wolves. Guys, this one is sad. Researching this one really brought me down. The Red Wolf Recovery Program was established to reintroduce a genetically pure population of red wolves in the wild, and releases began in 1988 in Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge. Spoiler alert, today, over 30 years later, that wildlife refuge and forests in the surrounding 5 counties of North Carolina are the only places where red wolves live in the wild. Over the past recent years, the fight to save red wolves has become very difficult. To science, to conservation efforts, to red wolves. There's lots of issues that the red wolves face that I'm just gonna kind of gloss over. Like hunting and gun rights in the South, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Trump administration and the amount of funding and allocation areas and private property where people would kind of rather not be told what they can and cannot do, and where the wolves can and cannot live. There's a whole mess. I'll link lots of sources down in the description below so that you can read them for yourself. But it's kind of a bureaucratic political mess right now. And that's unfortunate because people are just trying to save the red wolves. The red wolves didn't ask for all this bureaucratic nonsense. A study in October 2019 found that only 14 red wolves remain in the wild. There's lots of suitable land elsewhere where, a larger population could be more healthily and readily sustained. But like I said, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Trump administration are kind of dragging their feet on protecting the environment and animals like the red wolf. Only one more year. At one time, about 10 years ago, the population was about 250 animals in the wild. But there's lots of private property scandal, and, where are the wolves? What's the difference between the wolves and the coyotes? The wolves and the people can live in the same area. They can coexist It's been done before. We can do it again. The population was 250 in the wild. Luckily, though, there are about 150 in breeding facilities and in zoos around the country. I myself have been lucky enough to see some of them at the zoo in Green Bay. I've seen red wolves for myself, and I can tell you, they need saving. Guys, this one's a big political, legal, scientific mess. Like I said, there's links in the description that explain it more in detail, and there's also links in the description of where to donate. We can save these wolves. We've done it before. We just need public awareness and public caring, public passion, and we can do this. More release sites, less hunting, more red wolves. We've done this before. We can do it again. We can save the red wolf. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Make someone smile today. I hope you smiled today. Bye!